Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Until now, we have always given help by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and hopefully, we will always avoid exposure to COVID-19. Amin. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allifna Fi Hablillah, and in this time, our topic is about motivation. But before we start discussing our material today, I want to ask to all of you, or maybe some of you, about a few questions. Hey, you, yes, you are. Are you having a hard time with your educational journey? Do you feel hopeless with your educational journey? If your answer is yes, you are come with the right person here. But why? Why? Because here I will give you about some tips so that you can be always motivated and always passionate about your educational journey. Now we'll talk about motivation. Motivation is an aspect that has a big influence on someone in his life. A person will have a burning enthusiasm when he feels motivated. However, many people lose their motivation in their journey for success, and it is including students. Many students lose their motivation to learn, and it is including myself, before they can achieving their goals. They feel that all the things that they have learned are in vain. They feel hopeless in their educational journey because everybody knows educational journey isn't easy. It is very difficult. Students really need to pay more attention in motivation, because student needs to have a high motivation in taking an education, and with that, student can always be motivated in achieving their goals. There are two factors. Yes, it is one and two. It is two factors in motivating someone, namely internal motivation and external motivation. Internal motivation is a motivation that comes from within yourself. This internal motivation is indeed more difficult to improve when it compared to external motivation. But you need to remember, if someone is success to improve internal motivation by himself, then a self-confidence will form, and that will lead to a good attitude and awareness of our own needs. And now is for external motivation. External motivation is a motivation that comes from outside oneself and usually affect oneself. External motivation can also come from social, reward or punishment, friends, environment, parents who are educating children, and many other things that can affect a person's learning motivations. Everyone will understand more about themselves with what can motivate to increase their enthusiasm for learning. You need to know about yourself in order to really need about what is you needed in your life, so you can find ways to motivate yourself. Okay, now is the time. I will give you some tips so that you can be always motivated, and listen carefully to my explanation and then apply the tips that I give to you in your life, and God willing, it will help you. The first one is change your perspective or your point of view. You cannot form the foundation of your future knowledge and skills without doing homework. No matter how pointless the homework may seem, even the topics that do not generate the slight illustration are still important, even if they are just only for the general knowledge and the personal development. If you don't like algebra, you will probably understand how important it is when you realize that is the foundation of business, economics, science, and so on. And when it comes to English homework, you need to understand that writing papers is an important skill to learn, if you want to be a successful student in college. So, never underestimate little things in your life because it could have a big influence on you and on your life. Second step is be an expert in one field. No student really like all courses, and surely everyone is superior in several areas. All you need to do is focus a little more on an area that you really love it, and be serious about learning it more. Maybe you can start a blog related to the field that you like or enjoy to do and be an expert in that field. And you can do more in-depth research, be more involved, and enjoy your passion. However, this doesn't have to make you neglect the other homework that you have. In fact, it is the homework that you are not interested in that will help you to become more tolerant of a topic that don't really interest you. Think of a topic that you are less comfortable with as a stepping stone for your future career path. Third is don't be afraid of competition. You don't have to tame your competitive spirit. In fact, it actually can help you to become a student who is more diligent and happy while doing homework and can make better achievement than any other student in class. Being competitive doesn't mean that you have to be a classmate that other students don't like it. You can team up with a friend or two and inspiring each other to do better in all subjects. Healthy competition can be an inspiring motivation, just if you know how to approach it. The fourth is rewards can be motivated. If a large science project is giving you a problem and you can't even get motivated enough to get it started, you have to make a plan and break the whole process down into smaller steps. Take every step and turn it into a target, having a big picture in front of you every time. And make sure to set the deadline for each step and reward yourself with a small prizes or short breaks after succeeding at each step. When you focus on the prize, you will be motivated to do everything right. The number 5 or the last tips is get support to get motivated. If you don't get enough encouragement from your family or from your friend, it shouldn't bother you because it doesn't mean that nobody cares of you. For example, your teachers must care whether you do the homework assigned or not, you are study well or not. Teachers will always be there to support their students because their success as an educator depends on class performance. If you feel like you aren't getting enough support from your family or from your friend, you can also join educational forums and find what motivation you need. If you're brave enough to cheer yourself, many people will cheer for yourself. That's always the 5 tips that I gave to you to help you to stay motivated. These things is common to all students. They don't see how the knowledge they gain in the class can be implemented in the real world. So they see homework as a futile task with the sole purpose of causing them stress, consuming their free times, and exercising their brain cells. If it is your view of homework, that is totally wrong. What you need is a different perspective on your studies, and you will understand how important homework is someday. When you learn about how to motivate yourself, homework will quickly become important and meaningful in your eyes. Okay, everything that has been discussed is a way to keep us stay motivated in pursuing our goals. All the motivation that you get from the other people will never be useful if there is no encouragement from yourself to be motivated. Our internal factors determines everything. Say it again, everything. So develop a sense of enthusiasm within yourself. I hope all of you can take the lesson from what I have said and I explained before. I apologize if there is any mistakes and shortcoming. And that is all. Thank you for watching. Stay motivated and till next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.